Okay, I'm a white, middle-aged European that speaks normal English, as you can see. Convince me to visit your country.
Travel experts are expressing concern, saying there are fewer international travelers visiting the U.S. than before. And ABC's Perry Russom takes a closer look at how the drop in tourism in America impacts our economy.
From New York to Washington, D.C., Las Vegas, and Los Angeles, there are plenty of destinations right here in the U.S. for tourists from other countries to visit. But America's travel and tourism industry is facing a decrease in foreign tourists. The number of non-U.S. citizen air passenger arrivals was down 9.7% in March compared to the previous year. That's according to data from the International Trade Administration.
Much of that driven by Canadians who have pulled back significantly on their travel. It's a huge economic loss for the country.
The latest economic impact research from the World Travel and Tourism Council, or WTTC, projects the U.S. is on track to lose $12.5 billion in international visitor spending this year.
Which we're surprised at because the US is the biggest travel and tourism market in the world.
A study done by the WTTC and Oxford Economics forecasts the United States will be the only country with a decline in international visitor spending this year. That's among 184 countries analyzed.
China is the second biggest travel and tourism economy, and it is growing very, very strongly. And interestingly, they've just relaxed a lot of their visa policies to encourage people to go to China. But in the US, we've actually seen some quite big hikes in the cost of getting a visa.
In addition to the cost, the lengthy process to get a visa is a potential deterrent.
It can take months just to get an interview for a visa to come to the United States.
Travel experts say America's messaging on foreign travelers may be turning visitors away too.
We need to let travelers around the world know that we want their business. We certainly understand some of the issues we have here in the United States that focus on illegal immigration. Unfortunately, some travelers around the world are wondering if legal visitors are welcome.
The World Cup next summer could be a great opportunity for the U.S. to welcome visitors with open arms and get the industry back on track ahead of the Olympics in 2028. Perry Russom, ABC News, Washington.
All right. So let's get on to business. All right. Number one, I could save enough for a short trip to the United States. The most expensive thing would be probably the flight, but I could, but I won't. Never. Do you understand this? Never. If I want to go to Canada, for example, I will only do it in a direct flight. I can stop in Greenland or whatever, but I don't want to stop in the United States. Don't even want a layover in the United States. Why? Because I would have to present my social media. Of course, they will watch these videos, and I would probably not even be admitted to enter in the United States, even if I'm a small channel with little to none importance. Okay, but the moral principle of ethics and solidarity to the people that are enduring this, enduring ice raids, enduring repatriations, deportations to foreign countries. Now they want to deport people to Uganda, for God's sakes. The way they talk about people, the way they talk about women, the way they talk about different people of different colors, of different religions, whatever, different nationalities, it's absolutely obscene. It's an obscene country with an obscene dialogue and with obscene words to others. And I know not all Americans are the same. I'm perfectly conscious of that. And to those Americans, I say, I'm very sorry. But I will not subject myself to this. I will not subject myself to have some idiot go through my social media when in my own country they can only go through my social media that I absolutely have little to none. I have a YouTube account and an email, but they can only go through my media with a reason and a warrant from a judge. Only a judge can authorize them to sift through my media. Because around here we have a constitution. Around here we have rights. Around here, free speech is not absolute free speech. It's not free speech to march around like those white boys, white power, screaming in Proud Boys, whatever the fuck they call themselves, walking around in the street. That is not free speech. That is hate speech. And I would say the same thing about black people crying out black power. Okay? All of those power this, power that. No. If you are protesting against being ill treated by the police, by the state, black people, African people from the America, people of origin, people either partially or completely of African origins living in the United States, born and bred there. If you are protesting against that ill treatment, man, fully support you. Okay, you should not be targeted because you are of a different or because you have overdetermined skin color. Okay, no one deserves that. People deserve to be treated with equality, and if they are criminals or whatever, then they should be arrested. If they are just normal citizens, you leave them the F alone. Okay, but when you start with all that talk about militant this and militant that, and for example, making movies just with white people or just with black people, with a token black people or token white person in the middle, when you are talking about society per se, okay, that is absolutely ridiculous. Because if you live in a society where people of different colors live, if you are making a movie, those people will appear in that movie. For example, but having quotas, having exclusive movies for this ethnic group, and exclusive movies for this, that's all stupidity. The reason why you are in this bloody shit now is a badly resolved civil war and all of those ideas that you have created in your country. You are you are promoting apartheid against yourselves. You are creating little apartheids between you and other people. Like for example, we are not protesting. White people are protesting, Hispanics are protesting. We are not going to join the protest yet. Oh no, no, they see blackface, they are going to shoot it. Okay. So you're not protesting. You are not supporting people that are also fighting for you. And then you call and then you give me these reasons and all of that. Okay. All of you are all a bunch of nutters. You understand this? You are all crazy. You are all utterly crazy. I'm sorry to say this. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm not trying to be, how you call it, repetitive, but you are all crazy. Okay? I saw some Hispanic lady burning a copy of the Quran because she didn't want Muslims to be able to enter in the United States. This is us, and she called herself a Christian, and she talked about the God of Israel. I didn't. She called herself a Christian, and then she talked about the God of Israel, the biblical Israel, and that is the reason why she's supporting what the IDF is doing in Gaza. Well, what did Christ said, ma'am? What did Christ said? Love yourselves as I loved you. Don't do unto others what you don't want to be done unto you. He clearly said that the church was no place for profit when he expelled the sellers from the temple, the traders, the merchants, whatever the hell you want to call them. And yet, you commit all of those capital crimes in the sight of your own religion, and you wish to be what? What do I call you? I can't call you Christian. No. My dad, long gone, he used to tell me that a Christian is not known by his words, a Christian is known by his actions. Of course, a Christian has to fight against violence, but is is persecuting people a form of defense? Is is taking away children from their parents and deporting the parents or deporting the children or whatever? Is that very Christian? Is it very Christian for your president to say that he would provide support and relief to the states that had voted for him and that support him, but he would not provide relief for others? Is it very Christian to send in the Guard, the National Guard, to scare and fearmonger people and to threaten to do it? Is it Christian to mingle yourself in the business of the state and to go against the teachings of Christ himself that said, my kingdom is not of this world? Is it very democratic and very Christian to go against the bare foundations of a republic, of a democracy, of the strict separation of religion and state? Is it? Is it Christian to denounce your neighbors? Is it Christian to promote the elimination or the expelling, whatever you want to call them? The Nazis said they were going they were being relocated in the East. Is it Christian? Is it Christian to put people in cages in the middle of a swamp in Florida? Is it Christian to go to places where people are working in restaurants, in farms, in factories, and because they don't have the right papers, instead of telling them how to correct the situation, or simply do what we do here in Europe, which is first the person is said, go away, here's a plane ticket, and try to, and if you want to try to enter again, then you have to do it the right way. And if they do, they do. If they don't, next time we catch them and we deport them without a second thought. But is it Christian to do it how you do it? Where it's so, for example, Kilmar Garcia, just released by ICE, and now he went to the hearing where he was taking care of whatever illegalities exist in his presence in the United States, and he is instantly jailed again by ICE. Tell me, is it very Christian to go into immigration courts where people are trying to solve their situation, to do the right thing, to go accordingly to the laws of the state, and grab them and send them to camps? Is it Christian to have companies that are profiteering on having people jailed, on having people in those detention camps that are receiving money from the state to do so? Is that Christian? Is that love thy neighbor? That is very Christian of you. No, no doubt. If you want to know what you are doing, you are turning an entire generation atheist, or perhaps choosing another religion. This is what you are doing. You, you and your voice, you are doing exactly the same thing that is happening also here in Europe, and where people, Muslims included, are simply telling religion to take a hike. because they don't want it, and they don't need it, and they don't want to teach it to their children. Because people like you associated and are associated, continue to associate religion with political beliefs. Call it fascism, call it communism, call it whatever the hell you want. To me, far right and far left, they are the same idiots that gang up on you and ruin your life. Zealots of any kind, Muslim zealots, Christian zealots, Buddhist zealots, whatever the hell you want to call them. I don't care. If you're a zealot, you're an idiot. But this America is the same America that is telling me, look, you have your vice president calling us Europeans lazy, idiots. I don't know. He called us so many gentle surnames, slur names that I honestly did not even record them. You have your president also blackmailing us, okay, and calling us lazies and trying to negotiate what he cannot negotiate with that Russian idiot in the east, trying to decide our fates. And then we have your little tools around here, a couple of them popping up like Muppets. Forgive me, Jim Henson. I always loved the Muppets. Animal was my favorite. Rising up like idiots and repeating. And this is the America that wants our money. This is the America that wants our tourism. I don't know the future. I really don't. But right now, I would not go to America, even if you paid me for the trip, for the stay, and for any benefits. Okay, free food, whatever. I would not go to the United States of America. I would not go to visit anyone, to visit anything. I want you want to know what most of us in Europe want. We want America to stay in their corner, okay, to stay in their brilliant isolation, whatever. Sorry, I'm not liking the words, and to stop meddling in our business. Because to do what you are doing right now, for example, in Ukraine, to do what you are doing to the Ukrainians, because you forget this, the ones that have been killed, that have been raped, that have been despoiled even of their own land, are the Ukrainians. They are the ones suffering. So you go and tell your little narratives, you go and tell them to a person that has been there and that has suffered that. Also go tell that to the more than 1 million Russian men that are dead in Ukraine right now. Go tell to the other, probably triple that are mangled, that are hurt, that are wounded in both sides. Go tell that to the dead Ukrainian people. Go tell that to the Russians that fled Russia. You go and tell them that Putin is a nice guy, that you have a picture of him. It's to them that you have to tell that. Because you see, you don't like harsh truths. You want convenient lies. But reality and life is not done, it's not composed of comfortable truths, comfortable lies that you call truths. Sorry. It's composed of reality. So, US Board of Tourism, tell me again to visit the United States of America.